What scam is so normalized that people don't even notice? The fact existing customers aren't automatically moved to better deals once their contract ends. They hope you won't switch and pay the premium. I just quit my LA Fitness membership because of this. They had big posters advertising the new low rate, but they wouldn't switch me to that without paying an exorbitant fee. The fact that someone cut a chicken wing in half and managed to convince everyone it was 2 wings, technically into thirds. Manufactured obsolescence and the right to repair. I thought you said manufactured adolescence and I was excited to see how to repair mine. Extra fees on travel or actually any e-commerce purchase. Convenience fees or whatever you name them. Ticketmaster is an evil monopoly that sucks the life out of my concert going experience. I will never get over it. Service fees are just an artificial way to pretend prices are lower than they really are. That's only $15. Plus $10 in service fees. Just say it's $25. Unrelated, but I hate companies, e.g. my utility company, that charge you a premium to pay online. I find it very hard to believe it's cheaper for them to process me mailing them a check. But I'm over here doing it because it costs me $0.60 instead of $3. Rent to own. Coming from someone who worked for Rent-A-Center for 3.5 years. I worked for RTO Rents for about a year in California. Our only customers were people who had no chance at buying a TV, VCR, college bookstores. They are the worst. Edit. It'll keep the original wording. But I feel compelled to say our collective outrage is more accurately directed at publishing companies. Thank you. Kind commenters. Library Genesis saved me thousands in college. That news stations can lie to you as long as they classify it as entertainment. Independent journalism. Printer Inc. Assuming you need a home printer. Needing experience for an entry-level position. Like needing credits to get credit. That people 65 and up are considered unemployable in the workplace due to mental decline. But they run the country. As a newly unemployed 57-year-old woman. Dealerships. I don't understand how 2 people could buy the same exact product, trim, style, features and pay $10K difference. Edit. To everyone saying there is no supply because of shortages. Then sell if for full price MSRP. Isn't that what it is for? Don't give discounts and don't give out incentives. What problem did dealership sales employees solve to justify getting paid so much? Perfect typo. Social media influencer who get away with endorsing horrible products. Try the Raycon E25s. They only make your ears bleed a little. Having to calculate your taxes unless you have things you can actually claim and write off. They already know what you should pay or get back. This goes for the US's IRS and Canada's CRA. Likely other countries too. But those for sure. True. I've always wondered about this. Always seemed like a way to incriminate people in case they messed it up. Black Friday. Amazon is the worst about this. Whenever they advertise what discount you're getting for an item, it's always from the MSRP. For example, so many scams in dentistry. I've been in the industry for 12 years and it's amazing how common it is. So easy to tell someone they need a bunch of treatment they don't really need. Years back my dentist told me I might have a cavity in between the cusps of one of my molars, but he couldn't tell for sure. He asked me to come back in a few days and he would drill into it to check. If it was a cavity, he'd fill it. If it wasn't, well, he'd fill the tooth anyway because he just drilled a hole into it. Decided to go to another practice. New dentist carefully examined it. Fast fashion. The reason why your clothes don't look good after you start wearing them is because they were meant to break fade after the first wash. So you can keep buying more and more. H&M's quality has plummeted, but you can make fast fashion clothes like theirs last longer by washing and drying them on delicate mode. Fake download buttons. Funeral industry. Just throw me in the trash. Branded diets. No company that you pay to help you diet is invested in your success. They make money when you fail and keep returning. Fear all a scam. You're more likely to end up with an eating disorder than permanent weight loss. Foam. So many cleaning products contain ingredients only to increase the amount of foam. People think foam means a better product. Your toothpaste doesn't need a foaming agent. Your dishwashing liquid doesn't either. We've been trained by marketing experts to believe in the power of foam. But a large part of it is a big lie. Okay, but consider, it's more fun. Congressmen can use insider trading legally. My mom is running for city council and she's made friends a few PPL in local government. They've all told her that the majority of PPL on the city council accept bribes and payouts for making decisions in the interest of certain parties. Like I already knew that, but having it confirmed, damn. And this is in a city with 30k PPL. I can't even imagine what it must be like in bigger cities or state and federal governor. Outlet malls. There was a great Adam ruins everything on them about how you are not actually getting marked down high-end products. Just special cheaply made products created by brands for outlet malls. They used to be awesome. Outlet malls had factory seconds and leftover products. Now they're pure crap. Selling a pint of beer that really just contains 14 ounces instead of 16 US size. That's not even mentioning false pints that have a thicker glass bottom. And £5 a pint in the UK. 5 the biggest scam ever. Right there in the open. Extended warranties on anything you could easily afford to replace. Printer ink being overpriced. Cups with so much ice that you only get 4 ounces of a drink in a 20-ounce cup. Cars are getting harder and harder to self-repair so someone else can get paid to fix the issue. Also, electronics that have screws that the average person doesn't have the tool to open it to try and repair it themselves. MLMs. And paid overtime. Any work you can't complete in your paid hours should be done by an extra employee the company pays for. By doing unpaid overtime, you are paying for the cost of your time and donating that to your employer. If a company can't afford to pay its employees for all their time working and still remain profitable, they are not a viable business and need to restructure their processes and or pricing. If they can afford to pay it but choose not to, they are stealing from you. Totally agreed. Time. Advertising is freaking everywhere. It takes up your thoughts. It's placed in your face. Every site has a pop-up. It's flashy, planned, manipulation. It's to the point where the available advertising space has been so crammed your attention is being bought and sold in the markets. It's time to start charging. We'll be forced to wear blockout glasses and earphones just so we can filter what we're exposed to. In the year 2525, I once saw an ad for car insurance on the sanitizer pad in a urinal. Made me kinda mad. Religion for profit. Religion to control others. Food sensitivity tests. This is a Jigo problem dressed up to look like medical testing. They take a sample, send it off to a lab, and return official looking results. The problem is they run tests for the wrong antibodies, so the results tell you frick all about food allergies, food intolerances, or food sensitivity. Real food allergies involve a malfunction of the immune system antibody IgE. Garbage food sensitivity tests check for IgE. You can walk into a local chiropractor's office or a naturopath's office where they'll gladly do a blood draw, send the sample off to a lab, and then proceed to diagnose you with food problems you don't have. Then once you pay for the testing, you can pay them more for this and that to cure you of problems you don't have. Or you can cut out the middleman and mail order these garbage tests from the manufacturer directly. The problem here is many-sided. In addition to being a pretty little way to separate fools from their money, consumers who trust these test results can end up with nutritional deficiencies while they eliminate nutritious foods from their diet because they're misled into thinking those foods are harmful. Meanwhile, if the person does have medical issues, such as real allergies, the genuine problem goes undiagnosed and the unfortunate marks still end up in the air. Not knowing why, the FTC probably ought to crack down on bogus food sensitivity testing. But so far it hasn't. So it's pretty easy to get suckered if you aren't wise to the scam. References. Edit Jigo is a programming acronym that stands for garbage in, garbage out. Bad input creates garbage results. IgE and IgE are both types of immune system antibodies, immunoglobulin E and immunoglobulin G. IgE measurements can be quite useful in COVID-19 testing, but IgE doesn't mean a damn thing when you think a food might be causing you problems. Edit number 2. Food intolerance isn't a specific diagnosis. It's a catch-all term that can cover a variety of unrelated conditions such as FODMAPs intolerance and lactose intolerance. Neither of those are immune disorders, so testing for antibodies won't diagnose either one. Reference links. Go to Johns Hopkins if you want more info. Lactose intolerance should not be confused with milk allergy. Same beverage, different disorders. If you do want allergy testing, here's a reliable rundown of the symptoms that would indicate the need along with a list of reliable tests. Political duopoly in the United States. Gestures vaguely at everything. Credit scores. Those things you wrap around your waist that claim to burn benefit. It has been debunked for decades, but people still buy them. Yep, it's a waste of money. Diamonds. The best part of the diamond scam is it's literally only worth the money paid for it by the person paying it. If that person tries to resell the diamond, it will never fetch even a close price. Professional fraternities at university. You've been invited to join Kappa Kappa Delta because of your outstanding GPA. A prestigious organization that looks great on your resume. Please pay $100 to be a member. Edit. Maybe I am more talking about honors societies. I don't really know what to call them. Paying minimum wage and expecting maximum effort from employees. Campaign financing. Restaurants charge you for extra cheese or whatever, but don't credit you for removing an item out of your meal.